In a world drowning in lies and confusion, one man dared to stand alone. 450 prophets. One fiery altar. This is the ultimate showdown, God versus 450 false prophets. Don't blink. Because what happens next will leave you breathless. The land of Israel was in trouble. 3 years. No rain. No dew. No crops. Just famine and suffering. Why? Because the people had turned their hearts away from God. King Ahab, the ruler of Israel, had married Jezebel, a woman who worshipped Baal, a false god. Under her influence, altars to God were torn down, and hundreds of prophets of Baal filled the land. But one man still stood faithful. His name was Elijah. Elijah had vanished for 3 years, God had hidden him. But now, it was time. God told Elijah, "Go. Show yourself to Ahab. And I will send rain." So Elijah traveled back to the land, straight into enemy territory. When Ahab saw him, he shouted, "Is that you, you troublemaker of Israel?" But Elijah didn't flinch. He replied, "I'm not the troublemaker, you are. You and your family have abandoned God's commands and followed Baal." Then Elijah issued a challenge that would shake the nation. "Summon all Israel. Bring the 450 prophets of Baal. Meet me at Mount Carmel." The sun rose over Mount Carmel. Thousands gathered. The prophets of Baal stood proud in their colorful robes. Elijah stood alone, but confident. He stepped forward and cried out, "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. If Baal is, follow him." The people said nothing. So Elijah proposed the ultimate test. "Bring 2 bulls. One for Baal's prophets. One for me. We'll prepare the wood, lay the offering, but we won't light the fire. Then we'll each call on our God. The God who answers by fire, he is God." The people said, "That sounds fair." The prophets of Baal went first. They prepared their bull, laid it on the altar, and began to shout, "O Baal, answer us." From morning until noon, they danced, chanted, and cried. But nothing happened. Not a spark. Not a sound. Elijah leaned back and mocked them. "Shout louder. Maybe he's sleeping, or busy, or using the bathroom." The prophets grew desperate. They slashed themselves with knives until blood flowed. But the sky remained silent. There was no voice. No answer. No fire. Then Elijah stepped forward. He gathered 12 stones, one for each tribe of Israel, and rebuilt an old altar to God. He arranged the wood, laid the bull on top, then did something crazy. He dug a trench around the altar and told the people, "Pour water on it." They soaked the offering. Then again. Then a third time. Water ran down the altar, filling the trench. Now it was impossible to burn. Elijah stepped back, raised his hands, and prayed. "Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. Let it be known today that you are God, and I am your servant. Answer me, Lord, so these people will know you are turning their hearts back to you." Then, it happened. Boom! Fire flashed down from heaven. It burned up the bull, the wood, the stones. It even licked up the water in the trench. The people fell to the ground, faces in the dust, crying out, "The Lord, he is God! The Lord, he is God!" In that one moment, truth shattered deception. The silence of Baal was broken by the fire of God. Elijah commanded, "Seize the prophets of Baal. Don't let a single one escape." They were taken to the Kishon Valley and executed. Then Elijah turned to Ahab and said, "Go eat and drink, for I hear the sound of heavy rain." He climbed to the top of Mount Carmel, bowed low, and prayed. His servant checked the skies once, nothing. Twice, still nothing. 7 times. And then a small cloud appeared, the size of a man's hand. Soon, the sky turned black. Wind howled. Rain poured. The drought was over. This wasn't just a battle between Elijah and the prophets. It was a battle between truth and lies. Between the living God and the silence of idols. And the question Elijah asked them still echoes today. How long will you waver between two opinions? You can't have both. You must choose. Will you follow the noise of the crowd? Or the God who answers by fire? If this story stirred something in your heart, don't just walk away. Like this video. Share it with someone who needs truth today. And subscribe for more powerful Bible stories that will ignite your faith. This is God's Sword, where ancient truth meets today's battles. Remember. The Lord, He is God.